Welcome to Comic Confidential, the weekly show where we discuss our favorite things from pop culture. My name's Cade.
And my name is Troy. Thanks for joining us. This week we're talking about Aquaman. You thought I was going to say Bumblebee because that's what we said, but that's not happening.
You know what? We flipped a coin.
We flipped a coin, and Aquaman it is, baby.
It was very expensive to get that coin made up with Aquaman on one side and Bumblebee on the other.
Yeah, but we've got it now. We'll keep it for the next time this situation arises.
When number 2 of each movie comes out, it has to come out at the same time.
Yeah.
Or when it comes out, we'll just still flip it. And
maybe we'll review Aquaman again. If it's like Bumblebee 2. You don't know. You don't control us, goddammit.
Yeah, we make up our own destiny coin.
That's exactly right. Look, before we get into that, and we are going to get into that, we know it's only just come out, so we will do non-spoilers and spoilers.
Well, it's only just come out in Australia.
In Australia, yeah, for sure. Before we do that, there are a couple of things that you guys can do to help the show in a supportive kind of way.
In a supportive kind of way. Like in a way that would help us out.
Yeah.
That's support.
Yeah.
Like life support.
Like that's the definition of it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing, Troy, is they can give us a 5-star review on iTunes.
That's right. Or you can visit patreon.com/ComicConPod and help support the show. Plus, get yourself a whole bunch of stuffs.
Yeah, there's stuff on there.
There is stuff.
Stuff that's like exclusive.
Yeah. To
Patreon.
patreon.com/ComicConPod.
Go check that out. Or you can join us and be part of the action of our listener community. Simply search Comic Confidential Listener Community on Facebook, and you can join us and get in on the conversation.
That's right.
Not just with us.
With everyone else.
Yeah, like 350 other people.
Yeah. You do that. Have a chat with them. And that is where we get the majority of our listener feedback from.
Yeah, it is.
Which we'll go through a little bit later. Now, as we said at the top of the show, this week is all about everybody's favorite former joke of the 7 seas, Aquaman.
Some say maybe currently
still joke. I don't know. But he's no longer the blonde-haired goof who rides around on the back of dolphins. Thanks to director James Wan and Jason Momoa's all-over badassery, Aquaman is cool again. Like, get drunk, punch you in the face, and bang your mum kind of cool. You know? But how was his movie, Kate? That's what we're here to talk about, mate. That's the important thing. We checked it out this week. Just want to give a quick shout-out to Rachel from Event Cinemas for hooking us up.
Yeah. Very nice.
For being there for us.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Rachel,
that was very nice.
You the man, but the non-gender
conforming man. You're the man, as in you are amazing.
You're amazing.
That's what that means.
Not saying that
women can't be.
Is goddamn.
Wow.
Just move on. Kate, what's this movie about?
Arthur Curry learns that he is the heir to the underwater kingdom of Atlantis and is forced to step up and take action from his jack-off brother Orm as he plans all-out war on the Earth's surface dwellers.
That's right. Obviously starring Jason Momoa as Arthur Curry / Aquaman. We've got Amber Heard as Mira, Patrick Wilson as Orn, Willem Dafoe as Volko. There's Nicole Kidman's in there, Dolph Lundgren, Yaha Abdul-Mateen, and Tamara Morrison. Probably best known as Jango Fett, we'll say.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. And the voice of all the clones going forward in Star Wars.
I wonder if he got like a royalty per voice.
Imagine that. He'd be rich.
He'll be so rich.
Directed by James Wan, as we know, and has a runtime of, you know what? Depending on where you look, the runtime varies from anywhere from 117 to 143 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with 143 minutes.
It was definitely closer to 143.
That's how it felt anyway.
How's this movie doing financially, man?
Amazingly, Troy.
Yeah.
It's the only word I can say for that. So its opening weekend was $67.5 million with a domestic total so far at $137 million. Worldwide, Troy, $629 million at time of recording.
Damn.
All on a budget of $160 million, which is impressive for what you get in this movie.
Yeah, oh yeah, you got to give it that. $160 million, that's nothing. Yeah, like that $629 million is like in less than a week of opening.
Really?
Or maybe, no, not less than. It's over a week, but less than 2 weeks.
That's insane.
I believe.
Wow.
Don't take my word for it. I don't have facts here.
That's amazing, though. That's really insane. Like, people are going to say, especially for a DC movie.
Shut up. That's all.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. And that's fair.
You know what?
Tell me about the critical reception so far.
Very in line with a DC movie, unfortunately. No, look, Rotten Tomatoes has it currently sitting at 64% fresh, with an audience score of 81%. IMDb has it at 7.6 out of 10, and I will say I do believe that is the highest IMDb rated DC EU-ish live action movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Higher than Wonder Woman?
I believe so, yeah. I think Wonder Woman 7.2.
They're ridiculous.
Yeah, well, Metacritic has it sitting at 55 because it's Metacritic.
Yeah.
It's always 50s.
It's except for that one time it wasn't.
Yeah, that was Into the Spider-Verse where it was like 90 something.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. It hacked the system.
It did. All right. So let's talk about it, man. We've got to get into non-spoilers first.
Yep.
So non-spoilery. What do you think of Aquaman, bro?
Look, I'm going to work through this because I still don't know how I feel about it. It's been, a week since we kind of saw it?
A little bit less than a week, but yeah.
But I still don't know how I feel about this movie because I liked it, but I also don't know if I liked it as much as I thought I would. And maybe that's my trouble.
Yeah.
Because the fight scenes in this movie, like the action is the best action that I've probably seen in a movie in a long time. And I'm serious.
Infinity War?
Yeah, it's pretty bloody good, Troy. And I mean, the opening fight scene that you get in this movie, it kind of sets the standard. I saw that and I was just like, holy shit. And it kind of does it a little bit differently because the fight scenes in this movie, they're not like super, super close. Yep. Everything's wide.
Yeah.
So you kind of see everything that's going on, which is kind of refreshing in a comic book movie.
Are you talking about the submarine scene or are you talking about the Atlanta scene in the lighthouse?
I'm talking about the lighthouse scene.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because that set the tone for this movie, I feel.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, I'm sold. Yeah. I'm sold at the moment.
At the moment, for now. For now. See, I don't know if I was initially sold because as soon as I saw the attempt at de-aging, I was kind of a little bit like, oh man, come on, that does not look real.
Yeah, especially when you've got Marvel doing what they're doing at the moment.
Yeah, and this is not gonna be a Marvel versus DC thing, all right? This is not what this is about. But they have cornered the market on de-aging technology.
Absolutely. DC, go buy the Marvel plug-in for that, please.
Yeah, or something. Just, get bought out by Disney, whatever you got to do.
They should have used a younger actor there.
Yeah, I know that there's no reason why. No, there is, because Jason Momoa was portrayed to be about 36-ish, I believe, from when you see birth year to current year and all that. It might have been 33, perhaps 85.
He needs to get
maybe.
his life together then.
But my point is more like then you would assume then that his dad, so his human dad, would have to be like 55-ish.
Yeah.
Which is fine. So you are going to have to use it for somebody, right? There's probably no reason why they had to do it with two actors. Because, I mean, Nicole Kidman as Atlanta, I don't know what to touch on because I don't want it to be spoilery, but you do see her at multiple points.
Yeah. And
she doesn't appear to age.
Well, no, and that's the thing. Like, the Atlanteans seem to be able to live a lot longer than I guess.
Yeah, it's that seawater.
Yeah, it's that seawater. The salt water
really skin.
Yeah, keeps
apparently
them looking fresh.
But my point is more
sea salt fresh.
Yeah, totally. My point is more that they probably didn't need like an older actor to do that. Like they could have just used somebody who was like youngish.
Yeah,
and then just kept that same person, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, fair enough. That's a good point.
You know what I mean? Because they aren't really looking like they're aging.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Kind of. It kind of does. Yeah, I know what you mean. But that de-aging was very rough.
Whole point, Tamara Morrison as a young Tom Curry looked shit.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
And it did take me out of it a little bit.
Because, I looked at it and I was like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah, you've got plastic face.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You've got Mustache Gate 2.0.
Yeah, whereas Nicole Kidman didn't look too bad.
Yeah, well,
she looked fantastic.
Well,
she looked pretty good.
Nicole Kidman looked amazing in this movie. I love Nicole Kidman in this movie.
Yeah,
I was super hesitant about like how she would go in a DCEU movie, let alone a comic book movie.
Yeah.
She killed it in this movie.
Yeah, she did really well.
She was amazing, and like her first scene, outstanding.
Yeah, and it was good. I do want to like talk about the second scene though, which is the submarine scene. Which, okay, as good as that first scene was, this second scene had moments of being really good, but then there were just some things. Like there's a moment where Jason Momoa steps through some steam, and
it goes slow motion.
It goes like slow motion, and it's the only fucking time it happens. It is literally the only time in the movie it happens.
No, there was like multiple slow motion scenes.
Not like that.
I don't know.
Not specifically like that. I think it was like, it seemed like it was a deliberate choice that was done once.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of never done again. It's almost like they looked back at the footage and they're like, ooh, that didn't work out as good as I wanted it to.
Slow it down.
But no. What I mean is like they've done it. They've slowed it down.
Yeah.
They've looked at it and then they're like, well, we can't reshoot it. We've already got, like, we've saved the footage. This is how it's done now. We're going to have to leave it, but we'll never do that technique again.
Yeah, right.
It was just weird. And the music that played in the background was like a guitar like riff, and not like a cool, like, you know, like Wonder Woman guitar riff.
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
just like someone's dad is just out the back, just like
trying to play AC/DC.
Yeah, trying to hit a sick riff. And it was just weird.
Yeah, look, that whole scene in the submarine is kind of like a little bit iffy, because you get like, this is one of the main concerns I have with this movie, is that there seems to be like 4 different genres.
Yeah.
And we kind of touch on it very, very early on, and like it's not really too spoilery, because a lot of this stuff is still kind of in the trailers.
Yeah. Yep.
And you see Aquaman come in and he's like, I'm Aqua Bro. And then he's like, no, I'm a top-notch fighter. I'm indestructible. I'm the best. Yeah. And it's like, nah, man, I'm Aqua Bro again.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you?
I do have to say that, again, and this extends throughout the whole movie. There are some people that are playing this very, like, relatively straight.
Yes.
Right? There are others that, like, seem to be really, like, almost hamming it up. And the person I want to point out in particular is Manta.
Yes.
Just like weirdly overacting, or I don't know what it is, but it was not good.
You don't reckon?
No.
Yeah, right.
Like,
he was
honestly none of it.
He seemed to be too intense.
It's like a trying to be an over the top, like, comic booky villain. But it's almost like I read a comment somewhere that I kind of read it and I'm like, yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking. But it's like every time, you know, a villain showed up, they were just one step away from twirling their mustache and giving like a real sort of like hearty evil laugh.
Yeah, like there was stuff in this movie that the tone is kind of like when the I guess a villain is on screen. It's like he almost has to scream out his name.
Yeah,
I'm Orm, Ocean Master. And it's like, yeah, we know.
Well, we're going to talk about Ocean Master later. Specifically, the title of Ocean Master.
Yeah, that's
and how that works.
It's contentious, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't want to just like go scene for scene and pick in like the shit that, you know. Beautiful looking movie for 90% of it.
Yes.
Looks amazing. Visually, an absolute visual treat.
And I kind of like how they use a little bit of, I guess, science behind how no one's really found at, I guess, the Atlanteans.
Yeah.
Because it's too dark down there and human eyes or technology can't see it.
Yeah.
Whereas their eyes see it as this, like, glowing, beautiful city.
Yeah, it's like a I want to say, and again, not to compare, but like it's almost like a Thor Ragnarok-y type of like bright, vibrant.
Yes,
you know, there's like rainbow colors. There's like, you know, they even have like a rainbow bridge.
Yeah,
like essentially.
Like, why do they have a bridge underwater? And
that's exactly what, you know, Aquaman says at some point. Like, what's the point of having that? And they're like, well, it's the only way in. So it's not essentially a real bridge, but it's just the line through. It's the only entrance into Atlantis.
They could have just had lights. They didn't need to actually construct it.
No, but it was cool though. Like it looked really cool. Yeah, I think it did.
It really made it look like Atlantis was this bustling city.
Yeah,
which I never thought it would be like. I always thought it was kind of like it's a very small population of like extremely powerful people.
This is like 20 people just down there,
at least
just hanging out.
No, a couple of thousand at least.
Yeah,
but the way they kind of do it is like, this is Metropolis 2.0.
Well, it's underwater Metropolis.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's cool as shit.
Yeah, it is cool. And, you know, we get a lot of, I was going to say animal play, but that's not a good way to phrase it. But there's a lot of underwater creatures.
Yeah.
Basically. And we get a lot of it. And there's some, I'm pretty sure there were some turtles that were the same size as whales. Could it...
You know what?
Maybe I was wrong.
I think I thought that too, and I was like, maybe this is just the perspective.
Angle. Yeah, the perspective.
Because I was like, I don't know. That turtle seems like it's huge.
Like it's huge. Like it's as big as that goddamn whale.
Yeah.
Going back to kind of like the visual aspects of this, I think like this is one of the things that the movie did really well from start to finish.
Yeah. What do you think of the underwater effects?
Good.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was like, you know, you've got people who are, you know, and James Wan did make a comment ages ago about, you know, there's no air bubbles here.
Yeah.
You know, people don't need to like create an air bubble to speak. They're just going to speak.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did, but they still managed to have the hair flowing in the water and all that sort of stuff.
And I really liked how they modulated their voices to kind of sound like they were underwater.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good.
It's those little details that kind of really make the difference. But I feel like it's when you're recording your voice and then you hear it back and you're like, oh, I don't like that. When they're up on Earth.
Well, yeah, maybe. But that's kind of the point of this movie. This is kind of like, because I'm with you. There are so many really good things. And then there are some things that they do that you're just like, I am not on board with that at all. And I just don't know where I sit with it by the time it's all said and done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Thoughts on the action? Because I did talk about it a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I thought the action was great.
Yeah.
I thought there wasn't a sequence that didn't really kind of like work for me.
Yeah,
I think
everything that happened seemed to be organic and it flowed.
Yeah. There's one scene, and it is in the trailer, and it's the scene in Italy where they're on the rooftops and all that sort of stuff. That was fucking great.
Yes.
And I thought at some point with the leaps over buildings and all this sort of stuff, it's going to get real shit. Like, it's going to look shit at some point. It's going to be Steppenwolfy or something, you know. And it never did. At no point did I ever kind of go, that looks fake as shit.
Yeah.
Like, it looked like Amber Heard was running across buildings.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, like, you know, all this sort of stuff. And whether they managed to kind of do it, but there were obviously some big leaps and stuff that they can't, like, humans can't do.
I reckon there was a lot of wire work there.
There might have been.
Because there's one scene, and you see it in the trailer, where she kind of gets hit with a bit of a blaster just behind her.
Yeah.
And she tumbles through the air. And that all looks like it's real action.
Yeah, and
it doesn't look fake. It doesn't look CGI.
Look, it's highly possible that a lot of it's practical.
Yeah.
And I think that's really good. And it's testament to... it's testament to the stunt people.
Definitely.
For goddamn starters. But it's testament to the director.
James Wan is very... very much a practical effects type of guy. You look at him with his work through Saw.
Yeah, through one of those Fast and Furious movies he did. I don't know which one it is. 5, I think.
Was it 5?
Might have been 5. I hope just as long as it wasn't
that
the
was
one
the
where
last
they were dragging the safe through the streets of
Brazil. That was it.
Oh, god damn you.
And that was a real safe then.
Oh, was it?
Had to be. Also, that was also a 7-kilometer runway. That was real.
Yeah, all physically possible.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't defy the laws of anything at all. Anyway, we're not talking about goddamn Fast and Furious.
How do we always fit Fast and Furious into every episode?
I don't know.
It's
just
Fast and
just
Furious,
family, baby.
life.
It's just family.
Yeah.
We're probably going to wrap up the non-spoilery bit.
I think we do.
Yeah.
Because there's too much to talk about in this movie without getting spoilery.
Yeah, and I want to talk about some good stuff.
All right.
So I guess we're going to come down to just give me a brief, like, just overall, and then hit shit or split if you can.
Oh.
But if you can't, then I guess it's split, right?
I guess. Yeah. Okay, look. This movie is almost everything that you want in a comic book movie. There's humor, there's action, there's drama. There's basically no love triangles, which is kind of refreshing.
Well, there kind of is.
Well, it's not real though. But
No, like they're literally his.
Okay. I'm gonna have to say at this point, I'm still split.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I think maybe this might change once I get to my spoiler talk.
Right, okay. I need to see it again.
Yeah,
basically.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
the movie's not bad.
There are too many people that are saying that this was one of the best movies, like comic book movies of the year, for me to turn around and go, this was the shittest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think what it is this movie is hamming it up in the comic book areas where we're not used to that in the DCEU.
Maybe. And I mean, it could be something like that, but for me, it came across as like inconsistent tonally.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and that's, I like my tones consistent, baby. What can I say?
Yeah.
I just want to know what I'm getting.
Because this is like 2 jokes away from being a comedy movie at some point.
At points. And almost 2 jokes away from being a spoof.
Yes.
Even. Like you could say to the point.
Yeah, this movie really does kind of spoof the superhero and Aquaman as a character.
Yeah, at points.
Yeah.
At points, though, and that's the problem. Because it doesn't do it all the time. Like, it doesn't commit to that. Or it doesn't commit to being, the straight-laced, comic book action movie. It doesn't commit to being, like, an action-adventure.
Yeah.
Like, in the realms of, like an Indiana Jonesy type of thing. It does all of those things. And for some reason, it's not sitting how it should. I enjoyed it, same as you. Like, I think there's a lot of things to enjoy. There are some things that I can't wrap my head around, and we'll get to that in spoilers.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, like, I'm also split. But I think if I see it again, I'll be able to make up my mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Completely. It'll either be, no, fuck it, that was a hit, or no, that was actually shit. Do need to see it twice. Okay. First movie I think we've ever said that got to see it again to actually make a decision.
I think so. And I don't know if that's a testament or a bad thing.
Yeah, or like against the movie.
Yeah.
Hey, here's the thing, you guys. It's spoiler time.
Spoiler time.
So if you haven't seen it, and, I know it's only been out a few days or whatever, man, we're going to talk about spoilers right now. So either stick with us or be on your merry goddamn way. We'll be back with some listener feedback later. Go for it.
All right. Let's talk about the thing that was the most... I guess interesting thing that we spoke about immediately after the movie. Black Manta.
Yes.
Now, you and another person that we watched the movie with thought he kind of...
He has a name. You can say Shane.
Shane. Watched, and you thought it kind of looked like a Power Ranger.
Dead set. There was a point, and... like, when I saw it all in the trailer, I'm like, hey, that looks fucking cool. But when you see it in the movie and you see it more, it's like the first kind of shot where you see him in Italy, where he's standing over the top of Aquaman because he's just blasted him. It's dead set like it's from goddamn live action Power Rangers.
Now,
and not even the movie.
Now, are you saying it looks like the robot out of Transformers? No. Because that's
Power Rangers.
Oh, sorry, out of Power Rangers. That was my first thought.
No,
it's the little helper robot that the Power Rangers have.
Yeah, I see where you're going, but no, it looked like the costume was from the set of Power Rangers.
Yeah,
this is a Power Rangers villain that they're going to have to fucking form together to fight with a giant sword.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of where. And like the functionality of the helmet and like the lasers and all that sort of stuff was really cool. But like... Did the suit give him super strength, by the way?
No, it didn't.
But then, like, why was he able to take punches and stuff?
I think the suit was absorbing it. Right. So the suit could take hits.
Because it was Atlantean armor and all that sort of stuff. Like, that's what they said. Like, yeah.
So, and it was all kind of experimental as well. So none of it was kind of foolproof or anything like that. Keep in mind, though, that this guy has taken a super advanced technology, pulled it all to bits, like he knows what he's doing, and then put it in a suit.
Now, it at no point was it like specifically said that he is some sort of technological genius,
Exactly.
or like some sort of engineer or whatever. Never mentioned, just a goddamn pirate.
So you kind of have to have the, I guess, movie knowledge to forgive that.
But it even gives it's at points where there's like a spark or something, and he like jumps back, he's not expecting
It's
it.
they make the villain a goof.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. And that's kind of what the point I was getting at earlier. And I know he's not the main villain by any stretch of the imagination, but they kind of goofed it up a little bit, and I feel like his performance was like over the top as far as acting goes.
Yeah.
And I think no one else was doing that. It's like he was doing his own, I'm on stage and I'm gonna sell it like it's a stage performance.
You
and
know
everyone
what,
else
though?
is like, hey, bud, this is a movie.
Yeah, true. But I think that's because he got immensely overshadowed by, I guess, the global threat that was happening. It's kind of like, hey, I don't like Aquaman. Well, guess what? Your story doesn't mean shit because his brother, Ocean Master, has way better things going on than you.
Yeah, but go back to the submarine scene at the start, right?
Yes.
Where Manta, and I can't remember, they probably said his real name, but where Manta's dad is like trapped under that missile or whatever, and he's gonna drown.
Yeah.
The performance was nuts. Like, it was so over the top. He's like kind of like wading through the water, like arms flapping everywhere, like this like crazy like worried look on his face, and he's like, no, everything was just so weirdly over the top.
Yeah.
And
okay.
it just took me out of it because no one else was doing it. Like, no one.
Fair.
Not even Willem Dafoe. And that guy has a face made for like overacting.
He was very subtle.
Subdued.
Yes,
Yeah,
in this movie.
yeah.
The entire time. He was
Hell
just
yeah.
like, I'm Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
And I'm here to spin this stick around.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to do.
Remember that time where I was like, nutso as the Green Goblin in that movie? Well, this isn't that.
Yeah. I'm a calm sidekick to the king.
Yeah. I'm
And-
just here.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling out.
I'm Willem Dafoe.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, very
I don't know,
interesting. I was kind of wondering why they even included Manta in this movie.
Shouldn't have.
They shouldn't have, because he was completely wasted.
Yeah.
The one scene that we do get him in Sicily is like amazing.
Yeah.
But then he's like instantly overshadowed by Aquaman when he actually starts trying.
Yeah, and then and that's it. And then I don't think do you ever see him again apart from the
he falls down a 100-meter cliff, hitting everything on the way down.
That's right. And it's you instantly forget about him because he was very forgettable. And then the mid-credit scene
He's flown on a door.
is him.
Yeah.
And like Kate Winslet's trying to kick him off the door.
Get off the door, Jack.
Yeah. And you're like, I stayed for this. I don't care about this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
You seriously, you're like, and his thing was, he just started to rebuild the suit because he wants revenge on Aquaman. Mm-hmm. That was like your story at the start, dude.
Yeah.
Like nothing has changed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they even did the same joke
Yeah.
that happened to him with the helmet. Oh, watch out for that.
Yep. Yeah, weird.
Very weird.
Hey, let's talk about Mira for a second. Amber Heard.
Can we just put a picture on the wall and
Can we just put a
admire
picture
it?
on the wall and just look at it?
Yeah, because she was amazing.
What an absolutely stunning woman.
Yeah. Now, this is going to be a weird thing coming from me.
Yeah.
Her hair looked way too red.
Too red.
Yeah. And that's kind of part of this movie. Is like, it seemed like all the colors were amped up to 12. And I guess Atlantis is very, very colorful and bright. So make everyone else very colorful and bright. I get it.
Yeah.
But if you saw someone running around the street on top of buildings with hair that red, you'd be like, hang on.
I bought it. I thought she looked completely like believable.
Except
like
it
when
was-
she's just in normal like surface dweller clothes.
This
whatever
is
you wanna
just
call it.
like a nitpicky thing. It's
Yeah.
not like a no one's hair is really that red in real life. Naturally.
She's not goddamn from Earth, is she?
Well, I guess the
Mate,
hairs are different.
So, you don't know what fucking underwater red looks like.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
What's the hair color brands like L'Oreal and stuff?
Exactly.
Atlantis red.
Maybe she's born with it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
very-
Maybelline, which is makeup, but it doesn't
same
matter.
thing.
I really liked her.
Yeah, she
I
was
thought
cool.
she was really good. Again, though, there are just these bits where it's like it's like they're just normal, ridiculous banter between the two.
Yeah.
And then it's just like normal. Like, it's not like they're bantering back and forth the whole time.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, here's like a one-liner kind of jokey thing that we're trying to throw in here for some reason, even though nothing before has led you to think that I'm going to be like this character.
Troy.
Yes.
I have a couple of questions about the character.
Yes.
How does she know Aquaman, considering that they have had a previous interaction in Justice League, which was referenced?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like they meet each other and they're just like, hey.
Well, no, it's kind of like, so she obviously knows Orm because they're like married.
Yeah.
And Orm is the brother of Aquaman.
He sure is.
So she also knows Aquaman's mum, Atlanta.
So when Steppenwolf came, how come she went to him?
Because he's the goddamn chosen one.
I guess so.
But Justice League doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I just found it a little weird.
Yeah. She came to him because she knew, like this time, because she knew what Orm's plans were, and it's like, well, this is the guy. This is the guy that's going to be able to stop him, and the guy that should be the rightful leader because he's a goddamn hero.
Now,
look at his chest.
Tats. How's he get tattooed? If a sword won't go through his skin, how is he going to get tattooed? Special underwater Atlantean tattoos.
Genuinely don't have an answer for it.
No one knows, Troy. It's one of those impossible things. You know what? It's all a birthmark.
Well, remember, he's never been to Atlantis.
Yeah.
Atlanta. He's probably been to Atlanta.
Maybe.
But he hasn't been to Atlantis.
Yeah.
But he did know Volko when he was growing up, so maybe he got him tattooed.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, he took him to like a sweet
underwater tattoo place.
Yeah.
Maybe. All things that don't matter.
Yeah, that's right.
Orm is the villain.
Yeah. I liked how they made him look like how Aquaman should have looked.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, like with the blonde hair and stuff like that.
Yeah.
His outfit as Ocean Master was next level.
It was something else.
Yeah.
I did like it.
You did like it?
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
It seemed a little too purple, but that's the thing with this movie. All the vibrancy was just kind of turned up to 11.
Yeah. I think, it's once like the mask was pretty weird. Like the mask was like almost like he was like looking for something, couldn't find it. Well, there's a starfish. Bang. Slapped it on his face.
Wow. I liked how the mask kind of became part of him, though.
Yeah, like it moved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Again, though, Ocean Master, another one of those things where he's just like playing it pretty fucking cool, and then all of a sudden he's just like, I am Ocean Master.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, can we just figure out what we're trying to do?
Yeah. Mate, we don't need to yell.
Yeah. So this is another conversation that we had then. This is what we were alluding to earlier in regards to the title of Ocean Master.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. So apparently it's not his name.
No.
It's a title. And
it's a position that you apply for.
Effectively, like if you're the one who can bring the four goddamn realms of the underwater together, you will be known as the Ocean Master.
Yeah.
Which
the thing is,
really just sounds like a boat.
You don't need to unite the seven. You just need to unite enough.
Yeah, to be able to beat the others into submission.
And then the others have to follow you regardless.
Yeah, so the conversation we were having again with our friend Shane is it just like, will he be now not ever known as Ocean Master because he didn't effectively do it nor get the rank of Ocean Master? So will he just be Orm now? And can anyone be Ocean Master? Could, in theory, Aquaman be Ocean Master? Because if he unites the 7 goddamn kingdoms or however many there is, and he's like Aquaman, Arthur Curry / Aquaman / Ocean Master.
Yeah, maybe. He's Aquamaster now.
Yeah. Can someone confirm?
Yeah, I don't know. They kind of break the rules with it. And I mean,
Ocean Man.
Ocean Man. I like that way. Yeah. Because it's kind of like that name doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's now just a position. And if you want it, you can have it. It's only part-time. It doesn't pay very well, but you do get weekends off.
Yeah, and like I will fully admit, haven't read a shit ton of Aquaman comics. So probably read more, Justice League type of thing where he features and stuff like that. So I don't know. Is Ocean Master a thing? Like, is that comic book accurate? Or
Maybe.
is that how they did it in the movie? Can someone let me know?
Yeah, someone let us know. I feel like it's not a position.
Well, that's how they made it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And who cares? I guess. I don't know why we went to war so quick with the crustaceans.
Yeah.
Because this is one of the things in the movie, because this movie feels like a 3-hour movie.
4.
And the pacing is a bit off because we get to this point where it's like Aquaman has now gone down, got himself the trident.
Yep.
But Ocean Masters instantly declared war on the crustaceans. And I feel like that kind of came out of nowhere. I feel like I must have missed a scene or something.
Well, it was weird because it's kind of like he got King Nereus, aka Dolph Lundgren, really good in this movie.
Oh, man, how good was he?
Dolph Lundgren was
There
really
need to be more of him.
Yeah. Didn't think he was that good in things, but he is. So
there you go.
That's a thought. So he managed to get King Nereus on side.
Yeah.
Right. Just through normal kind of, it was shoddy tactics, but King Nereus knew what was going on.
Exactly.
He understood.
He knows. He
wanted to go to war.
Yeah.
But then it's like, well, let's go to the fish-looking people. And the fish-looking king's like, he's like, you know what? We don't play these games. This is not our problem. And then he's like, we'll stab you dead. Now you do. And then I guess they just decided at that point, he had already decided, look, it doesn't matter what happens. We are going to do this.
Yes.
And if anybody says no, then it's like instantly attack. But he didn't show up with just himself like in a convoy going, hey, what do you think about this plan? It's like they just went there with an army.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I thought that was very weird. I was like, I wonder if they cut something out.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like, who goes to that extreme right away?
Yeah.
And who's that prepared for that?
Ocean Master?
Maybe.
Yeah.
The crab people?
Crab people.
Crab
they
people
were ready for war.
They're always ready to throw
they're crabby.
down.
They're always crabby.
Yeah,
they're
that's
just
fair.
like angry. All right. I guess like, before we wrap up or whatever it is we're doing, whatever, like we haven't really spoken about Jason Momoa / Arthur Curry / Aquaman and his journey throughout the whole thing. What did you think from broing it up to getting the trident, being the king, and it's like just there were some things that he did that just made me want to go, oh God, I hate you. I want to punch you in the face so bad.
Okay, you tell me why first.
I liked a lot of it.
Yeah.
And I think when he was kind of playing it straight, it was pretty good. And I liked the look of the costume. Like I thought that was good. And and the work with the trident and all that sort of stuff. I don't know why he was kind of doing a half hucker every time he got it. But
it did seem like that,
weird.
didn't it?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what he was doing. He was making but there were just points where I don't know if he was trying to be like cool or sexy or something, but like when he puts his arm around Mira and he's like, oh, this is going to be badass or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like just stuff like that. It just really didn't sit well with me.
Yeah, because he doesn't know who he wants to be in this movie.
Yeah.
And I guess he's still Aqua Bro.
He's still Aqua Bro.
He's still Aqua Bro all the way through. But then there's like these little moments where he's like, I need to step up and be the king. But I have to change my whole demeanor to do that.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really need to do it.
Yeah.
Because I guess before he goes on this journey to, find everything, he's taken down to Atlantis, put into an air bubble, which is...
It's an air pocket.
Air pocket.
Not a goddamn air bubble.
Sorry. What defines a pocket? It's double the size of an air bubble.
Of a bubble.
That's fair. It's kind of like a studio versus a one-bedroomer.
Yeah. It was weird why they had it. I don't know why they had it. But
because some Atlanteans can't
go. That's right.
Yeah, which is still weird to me.
Because they do play on that later. Because, again, when the royal bodyguard team or whatever join up with Manta... And
they have to wear those suits.
They have to wear those suits. And there's the one scene, obviously, where the guy loses his mask and has to dunk his head in a toilet. I actually thought that was funny.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. But is he just like there forever now?
He's there forever now.
Yeah.
He's like, he could try to...
How's he explain that?
He could try to flop his way to the shore like a fish. But
maybe.
I don't know. Maybe he'll just have to get someone to get like a bucket, so he can put his head in a bucket and just like walk to the water and then go for a swim.
Fair call.
Don't know. That's a movie.
There you go.
Let's see his story play out.
Interesting. Yeah, but I found it very weird how some Atlanteans could escape the water, however some couldn't, but everyone's ready to go up to the air.
Yeah, but they were going up with their suits.
So I don't know if they had enough suits, though.
They had enough suits. They were going up with because I think they basically played on only royal blood could breathe air and
why could Willem Dafoe do it?
Because he's like of royal lineage or something.
Is he?
I don't goddamn know.
See,
I think
one
they
knows.
Said, well, I think they said like highborn or something like that. Not necessarily royal blood, but, higher born Atlanteans.
I'm going to simplify it. Maybe it's like an injectable that they can have because, the Atlantean technology is supposed to be vastly superior.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what it is.
I'm pretty sure they just said like highborns can do it.
I'm going my way.
Right.
One thing that I did notice, actually, and it kind of annoyed me, is that way, way, way back when, I guess, Atlantis was above water, they said that they had huge amounts of technology that was greatly vaster than what is today.
Yep.
Did that just all disappear with Atlantis going underwater?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like they had to restart from scratch again?
Yeah.
It did?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, that's how I kind of took it.
Yeah, that's how I took it too.
So even though it was like hundreds of years ago or thousands of years ago, they were so technologically advanced compared to the rest of the world. And I think they said like while
people were inventing the wheel or something like that.
Yeah, inventing the wheel or like, it was the wheel of fire or something.
Yeah.
They were already like, at the goddamn industrial age. I don't know. But once that went down, then they had to start from the bottom and somehow managed to be like Wakanda-ish in their technology.
Very weird.
Don't know. It's salt water.
Maybe. It does wonders.
Yeah, it does wonders.
For your brain and your skin, Troy.
And your skin and your technology.
Yeah.
Your technological advances.
Now, what do you think of the final battle?
Probably the biggest letdown.
Really? There was an underwater kaiju. That was amazing.
That was too big.
Oh,
that was
Troy.
too big.
Nah. I loved it because it was ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Look.
Aquaman riding on a kaiju. That was the best thing.
Look, I don't disagree in the sense of like I prefer my fights a little bit more grounded.
Yeah.
And I think every kind of personal, 1v1 or 1v a couple or whatever fight that they had was amazing. And I get this was brilliantly over the top and there were goddamn sharks with lasers and there were kaijus and seahorses and all this sort of stuff. And it was amazing in that sense. It's just not really like, I don't like those all in.
Yeah. It can get to be like a little bit of a
messy
CGI mess, but I really liked it.
Yeah, okay.
It was fun.
Yeah.
And then we kind of get the battle between Aquaman and Ocean Master at the end.
Yeah.
Where Aquaman, in my opinion, should have easily and quickly dominated.
Well, he kind of did.
Well, he kind of did, but he kind of didn't as well.
Yeah.
He was kind of toying with him.
Yeah. I don't know. I did like the fact like how they left it with like, he wasn't like Orm wasn't just the straight out bad guy. Like, Aquaman was still, he's like, when you're ready, let's talk.
Yeah.
They knew they were brothers and, all that sort of stuff. And I like that they kept it that way and not just kind of played him off as, he's just he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Now, one thing I want to touch on before we start wrapping up.
I think it's going to be the same thing I want to touch on.
Is it
well, what are you going to say?
I'm going to say Predator. Nicole Kidman.
Yeah. Mine was the center of the earth is
Yeah.
actually apparently this goddamn like land before time.
Oh my God.
Which was fucking insane. There are
Yeah.
dinosaurs in the center of
That's
the earth,
amazing.
you guys. It's happening right now as we speak.
This is DCEU canon.
It's canon.
Wow.
Yeah, so like that's all great. Oh, we didn't talk about how they got there and how like we actually got to see the trench. And
This is James Wan's like this was one of the best kind of I guess set pieces in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, you can tell this guy does horror good.
Oh, when Aquaman and Mira jumped into the water with that friggin' like with the flare, and you kind of see it. I think you see it in the trailer. Or it's on a poster or something, and they're just going straight down from the boat, and it's that wide shot, and there's just like the fucking all those like creatures and shit. So good,
so good,
so good.
One of the highlights of the movie, actually,
of which there are many, but there are just as many
letdowns.
Like just weird things.
Yeah.
But yeah, Predator Nicole Kidman, that was the thing.
Yeah, I saw her and I was like, she's the Predator.
It's like
She almost said dreads, man.
I'm not unattracted to this Predator.
Yeah, I would take her out.
Yeah, I'd bang that Predator.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was weird.
It was weird.
So was The Land Before Time, which is in the center of the earth. I don't
and
get it.
how convenient that...
Is that a thing?
Aquaman
did I miss something? Is that a comic book thing?
I don't know.
I don't
think that is.
No.
I think they just made that up. Maybe I'm wrong. I think there's like... I did a little bit of research on it. I think there's like a weird throwback.
Right.
But it's like a comic that refers to like another comic.
Okay.
So it's like a fourth world thing.
Right.
Well, I guess that makes sense because then you could say that's a fourth world.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's fair.
Who knows? I'm stretching. I'm trying to make it.
Yeah,
I'm trying to connect the red strings. But yeah. The lost ocean.
Yeah. Interesting.
Very interesting.
All right. Well, we should probably wrap it up. We've been talking for a while.
Yeah. So
overall, it's just, it's one of those things. I got to see it again.
Yeah, me too.
Let us know what you thought.
Yeah.
Some of you have already, which is good. But let us know what you thought. And are we crazy? Are we missing something?
Maybe we're missing something.
Did we get some things wrong? We haven't said we hated it. Don't you dare fucking at me.
Yeah.
It's not about that. But we are going to get into some listener feedback. So this week... we asked you guys, what was your favorite comic book movie of 2018? It's done now. This is it. The year's over. And we got a few responses.
Oh.
Yeah, a few of them. So we'll read through. We'll read through a few. So first one is from... Now, I don't know if I need to clarify which movies came out. Maybe I should. 2018, we had Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, Deadpool 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Venom, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and Aquaman. Did you forget some of those movies came out this year?
Yeah, look, it's hard to imagine that Black Panther came out this year.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
That was a February movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like real early in the year.
Yeah.
I completely forgot. In my mind, that was last year, which is mental.
What a big year.
Yeah.
What a big year for movies.
So basically, we got a few responses. Patrick Valentine has said that it's tough for me to choose between Infinity War and Spider-Man. On one hand, Infinity War is probably going to go down as one of my favorite movies of all time just due to the build-up in that ending. But this Spider-Man movie has probably been one of the most pure and enjoyable movies I've seen in a long, long time. I'd agree.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. Nick Warrior, hope I'm saying that right.
Wow.
Because that's a cool last name.
That's a very cool name.
It's not spelt the way you want it to be spelt. But it could easily be Warrior as well, like he worries a lot.
Oh.
You know?
One's cooler than the other.
Yeah. So he's basically got his, in order, it would go Infinity War, Spider-Verse, Aquaman, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Black Panther, and then Deadpool 2.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's a good spot for Deadpool 2. Stephen Kroon has got Infinity War, Spider-Verse, and Teen Titans Go to the Movie are his top 3.
Yeah, I never saw it.
Yeah.
I saw the Stan Lee cameo, which I'm still not convinced is real.
Stan Lee in
Teen Titans Go to the Movies, yeah.
What?
And if it is a legit Stan Lee cameo, it's probably one of his best.
That's super meta.
I haven't actually checked to see if it was actual Stan Lee or if they were just like goofing on it.
Ah, okay.
But if someone can let me know if that was really Stan Lee, I could look it up, but I'm not going to.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So there is top 3. And Tyre Smith, Avengers and Spider-Verse. What a year, though. Absolutely.
Indeed.
Thanks for getting back to us with those. You guys are the best.
That's it.
You're the goddamn best. We're done.
We're done. That's the show for this week, and I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And whether it's your first time, your second time, your third time, or...
maybe it's your 155th time.
Wow, is that how many we've done?
Yes.
That's a lot of episodes.
There's technically more than that because there's like little bonusy things.
Oh, yeah. We throw out extras sometime.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
Hey, in the meantime, if you want to access those previous episodes and the other fantastic shows on our network, head to the website. That's comicconpod.com.
Check it out. That's the only place you're going to access anything below 100 episodes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's how iTunes plays it.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know why they do that, but if you want to get access to those classic episodes...
please don't.
Go on to the website and check those out.
Or don't.
Or don't.
Just don't.
If you have that much time, look, lucky you.
I reckon if you can start somewhere around episode 20...
20?
You might be all right.
Maybe.
Don't go before that. I don't even know. That's it. Thanks for listening. As always, I'm Troy.
I'm Cade.
And this has been Comic Confidential.
Cheers.
Peace.
If you love this podcast, then head over to comicconpod.com to check out the other incredible shows on our network.
Whether you love comedy, pop culture, or movie and TV reviews, CC Radio has got you covered.